The Battle of Vimy Ridge. What happened, and how was this battle significant in Canadian history? Introduction. The victory at Vimy Ridge was the first all-Canadian troop victory. It was also when four different divisions in the Canadian Army got together to form the Canadian Corps. These divisions were the 1st Canadian Division, led by General Arthur Currie; the 2nd Canadian Division, led by General Sam Steele; the 3rd Canadian Division, led by General M. C. Mercer; and the 4th Canadian Division, led by General David Watson, and together they formed the Canadian Corps. The Canadians were asked to capture the proven difficult to capture Vimy Ridge. The French and British tried to capture the ridge because it would grant them with a tactical advantage over the Germans. But they failed, with over 100,000 casualties, 70,000 people dead, and 32,000 people badly wounded. The task at hand for the Canadians was almost impossible. Almost. To do this, the Canadian soldiers must be put through tedious amounts of training and participate with dedication. Under the direction of General Arthur Currie, a farmer from Canada, the infantry was given specialist roles as machine gunners, riflemen, and grenade throwers. This allowed more of the infantry to go forward and attack the German lines and inflict more damage. These soldiers underwent weeks of training on a ridge similar to the one at Vimy so they could make a cross in the midst of smoke, trenches, holes made by explosives, and bodies. Many other preparations were also made. The Canadian Corps brought in 50,000 horses with 42,000 tons of ammunition for everyday use. Roads and tramways were built and repaired for transport of food, water, and ammunition. The infantry drilled 45 miles of water pipeline to fill a 600,000-gallon reservoir to ensure communication for machine gunners at the rear end of the battlefield. And cables used for communications were buried underground to resist enemy shelling. The Canadian troops battered the German communication lines and a few of their defenses before the attack began. This left the Germans with no quick and effective way to deliver a message to the commanders or generals. This also blocked the trenches, so none of the German soldiers got any food or water for a few days, thus weakening them. The Battle of Vimy Ridge. At 5:30 a.m. on the 9th of April 1917, the Canadian troops moved together for the first time as one. The troops advanced with discipline and bravery, accurately following the battle plans drilled into them by their commanders. They defeated the German machine gun nests and went to attack the German dugouts and trenches. Hill 145 took 3 days to capture, and it is where the Vimy Ridge Monument now stands. Finally, when the battle ended 6 days later, the Germans retreated, and this meant that the Canadians have successfully captured Vimy Ridge, with 4,000 troops dead and 7,000 injured. What is the significance of this battle, and how did it change Canadian identity? Nations are made by doing great things together, said French historian and philosopher Ernest Reagan, and this was exactly the case with Canadians at Vimy Ridge. The Vimy Ridge victory changed the perspective of how the world saw Canada. This was when Canada proved itself an independent and strong country. When Canada was invited to join the League of Nations, the League stated, "Canada has gained its nationhood at Vimy Ridge." This also proved that Canada was able to take care of itself without the need of British intervention and help. Winning the battle at Vimy was a giant leap towards Canada being recognized as an independent nation, and this was also a major reason why Canada gained respect amongst other nations.